Okay, this phone was acting crazy. I'm supposed to be in bed. In fact, both me and Marcus, I pledged to get up early. He got to get up early. But of course, I'm up here and I can't sleep. But the reason I think why I can't sleep is because a dear friend of mine left me a voicemail, well, a voice message, and I missed it because my text box just fills and fills with people who text me. And most people who know me know I don't text. So, in any case, my eyes look damn near closed anyway, but that's just because of the phone angle and because I got sleepy eyes. But I wanted you guys to know that I really suck in the friendship category, and I'm going to tell you why. Sometimes I think it's because I'm too busy mothering everybody, or, you know, like life. And the people who have stuck with me the longest, friends I've been friends with decades for, friends I've been friends just a few years with, understand that I be busy. I mean, y'all, I see some of your posts. I try to reach out to people that I see are not doing so well, as people reach out to me when I'm not doing so well. Um, but I suck as a friend. I try to tell people this when we become friends. Um, you know, you know what? Shut up, Ozzy. But Ozzy knows. I mean, it's not anything that's really even conjure related. When I was a photographer, I tend to really deep dive into, I know you are kidding, into whatever I'm doing. Um, Whether it's my regular job, I won't call it corporate, I work in education, designing online classes or running this store. And, I feel really kind of bad because I haven't been doing divinations for the past month. But you all have to understand, and if you're a diviner, you do understand how emotionally draining doing these readings during the epidemic has been for us. Emotionally, spiritually draining, crying at the same time, your clients crying in the middle of a divination. Coaching people who, because of this situation, because of this uprising, they want to return to the beliefs of their ancestors, and they want to learn, and they want mentoring sessions. And I really feel like everybody needs me at once. But y'all know, and there's a lot to you. Ozzy, shit, we've been friends over a decade. I got friends that my best friend, I promised to send her something the other day. Well, I promised to send it to her a couple of weeks ago. Completely fucking vaped, y'all. I'm tired and can't even sleep when I have the opportunity to get in bed early. But and it's not like, Andre, it's not like I'm like this all the time. Like, oh, I've got Wanda's on here. I've known them for over 30 years, and every time I try to get to Illinois, I try to get to see y'all. And, Wanda's husband was one of my favorite professors in college. And I can't never get there. When we come to Chicago, we go in and we go out. But in a couple of months, I'm going to have a surprise. I'll be in Chicago a lot more. But I'll tell you that later. Um, I've got friends all over the world. One of the things that I really wanted to do was travel. Now that the youngest is leaving for college, and the oldest is getting her own place, um, you know, uh, and so I want to travel and spend time with my friends. Luckily, I have a job. I can go anywhere in the continental United States and work from there. If I leave the country, I have to take vacation time. But I just, wanted to let you guys know I think about all of you. There's so many of you that are on my Facebook friends. I would literally say 2/3 or maybe 50%. I actually have real life personal relationships with. And I just, I see what you're going through. I see what you're posting. Sometimes I can reach out, sometimes I can't, you know. But I was just sitting here thinking about how I really suck as a friend, and it's not on purpose. Even if sometimes I suck as a business owner. I get these banal ass, dumbass emails from the website, and I don't even answer some of them, because I just don't have the time for something somebody could look for themselves. But I always try to look out when somebody, tags me in something or private messages me or approaches me with a question I can answer in one of the groups that I'm in, you know. But I just realized, like, I will go and lay down and think about, oh my God, I didn't talk to this person, I didn't do that person. And so tonight was a real big disappointment for me to see one of my friends. She's one of my first students and a really good friend of mine. Leaving a really really important message that really was probably the best text or best voice message I've received in this past decade. And I missed it. Why? Because my kids constantly are texting, even the littles text from the iPad. So, yeah, I want you all, if you have people who are just out here really trying to change the world and trying to change themselves and help everybody do better, if you've got friends like that and you haven't heard from them in a while, don't get mad at them. This is a real rough time for people who are in the business of helping people. And that's pretty much my life, whether it's through providing quality education for people through my job, through my website, or selling people spiritual products, or teaching. Here's another friend. God, I go back, almost 20 years with Julia. And we live in the same apartment complex. Our children are a year apart. We moved at the same time. And how many times have I said, Julia, I'm going to come see you guys? And I ain't been there. I haven't been able to make it. And so I realized that my life has gotten to where I haven't been able to make it. Now, before the Rona, I did spend a lot of time on the road, traveling, going to different conferences and different festivals, especially occult festivals. And so I try to stay with friends or visit friends when I'm there. But man, what I wouldn't give to just have this like enormous amount of resources and money available where in a Rona-free world, I could fly everybody I've been meaning to see in someplace special. That would be really cool. But I just want you to know, and I think there's a lot of people out here like this right now who have just been really, and I had to reprioritize a lot of things just like everybody else did during this Rona. One of those things was closing that damn store until we could figure out what in the world was going on. I love my store. My store is my happy place. I loved having people coming in and talking about the occult, magic, ATRs, hoodoo, witchcraft, crystals, divination, all of it. I loved having people come in. But I like living more. And so I had to make a decision. We had like 50 orders sitting in the queue that we were not going to be able to fill because basically when Ohio went on lockdown, they were like, just stay your ass at home. Don't even open. The only way I could have opened my store is with a single employee in it. And that usually is like the business owner. But Mark went in my place. But, as much as we all love being around each other, I think it really takes a situation like this in your life to realize that, wow, there are some people that I really should have seen. There are people that I really should have been talking to. There are people I should have emailed. There are people I should have called. There's people I should have visited. And so one of the things that I want myself to walk away with, and I hope that you walk away with this too, is that you know, sometimes you just can't afford to put that off. You think of these cliches, tomorrow's not promised, things like that. But this situation, this pandemic has really made me look at that. And in a way, I'm gonna be real honest, because of the type of person I've been worked at home for a decade. I My kids harassed me because I very rarely went out. Becoming a conjure educator and spiritual supplier, it really brought me out more in the world than I cared to be. I'm an extroverted introvert, I guess. I'm really extroverted, so I don't know. The introvert comes into just wanting to be home, just wanting to be quiet, just And then Rona was the perfect example for not reaching out, because I'll tell you all, people have known me for decades, know on a regular that before we moved here, I would travel, go see my friends, and get out and do all of that. It was something about the energy of living in Chicago where you didn't stay home. There was too many things to do and places to go. And then I realized I went to most of them. How many times were we going to go to the Field Museum? How many times were we going to go to the aquarium? How many times were we going to go to Lincoln Park Zoo? So then I started branching out and doing shit like going horseback riding and different things like that. But when I moved here and I got this space in this house, in this yard, I just wanted to be here. And so I haven't been visiting people. I haven't, because at least before the Rona, we had a situation where if you were contacting somebody, you talk on a regular basis, at some point you get together. That's the natural nature of things. And I noticed that we'll have lunch. We should meet for dinner. Or, I should come and spend the weekend. We got to get up there. It didn't happen. There are very few people that it happened with. And I guess it was because I love being here so much. And I still do. I'm not trying to run up out of my house to go anywhere. But I will have a greater appreciation for it when it is safe to breathe in public again. So if you are a friend, and there's a lot of people on Facebook that I don't even know. They say that I'm their auntie in their head, or I'm their best friend in their head. Even those people, if you haven't heard from me, if I haven't reached out to you, it's not because I'm not thinking about you. It's just that I kind of suck at being a friend. But in the ways that are social, because when it comes to having your back, supporting you, this thing's acting stupid. Having your back, supporting you, making sure your emotional well-being is intact. I'm usually available for that most of the time. But as far as, chit-chatting, sharing videos, of course my wireless connection is trying to act a fool, and that is my key to go to bed. But yeah, I do understand that I suck at being a friend. I can't get back to everybody. I've made a lot of friends. I'm happy about that. I'm a social butterfly, but everybody is just tired. And so I didn't get no vacation for the Rona. My work got harder. So I just wanted to let you all know that, hey, I'm your friend. I'm thinking about you. There's people out here who have sent me manuscripts, class outlines, all kinds of things. I ain't been able to get to them. But I'm going to try, and I'm going to do more, and I'm getting much better at managing my time, because I just eliminated some drama out of my life. And this helped me to do it. And so now I can focus better, and I get so much more done once I focus. So I love you guys. Hey, back. But this internet is clowning. So I'm going to bed. But yeah, I do kind of suck at being a friend. And for that, I suck at being a friend. Just like this internet sucks. And for that, I am very, very sorry. Y'all know I love you, but good grief. I'm more busy than I've ever been in my black ass life. So love, peace, and Afro Grease. I'll talk to y'all later.